I think the old gods die away because you have for instance, you have emperors at the end of the 4th and 5th century who start banning the worship of the old gods. They start, so you can't have certain rituals. I think they die away because the old gods, and we often have Christian writers saying this, quite sophisticated argument about the old gods require public performances, right? Require money. Those great old temples we think of when we think of pagan temples and that. That's where the gods lived. All rituals for paganism take place outside. And so if no one's funding these temples, or if this public performance isn't happening, then I do think that also leads to the disappearance of the old gods in that sense. I mean, belief in the old gods is a very public performance thing, whereas Christianity, at least as elite Christians would write, can still take place privately. You don't need to see other Christians praying to know other Christians exist. There's a sensibility that it seems as though one could argue that to believe in the old gods is very much a public performance, and you have to see other people doing it. Now, as I told you, lots of elite believers in the old gods they start imagining their universe as being monotheistic too, right? There's a one God which manifests in all these other gods, right? So forth and so on. But yes, this is why I find this a fascinating question, because it is, when do the old gods disappear? Because there's a slight burst of belief after 411, when the sack of Rome by Alaric, and then some elite Romans, particularly, but even other Romans, start saying, "Oh, following Christianity was a mistake." They sort of don't think they can overturn Christianity, but there's an assumption that we have to bring back belief in the old gods. But it's a deeply learned belief in the sense of, you read Virgil, it's very the seminar room. It's seminar room paganism, or it's seminar room, as they would say, Hellenism. And that, famously Augustine of Hippo writes his City of God attacking it. But by that stage, even then, it's sort of calcified into this kind of, as I say, studious seminar room kind of intellectualization of what belief in the old gods. And why I bring this up like this is because I'm very skeptical when people want to say continuity of old beliefs, up until, say, the 13th, 14th century. That's what the inquisitors discover when they discover people worshipping the old gods. I think that's nonsense. I just don't believe there's a continuity. I think, in that sense, Christianity has become inescapable, that it's even shaped belief in the old gods, that even if some people are doing certain rituals that they're accused of being pagan, I think they see it within I don't think they are. I think they're seen within a Christian context. But certainly, I think the old gods have disappeared by the 5th century. I think a belief in the old gods, I think they have faded away. They've lost, and I generally think people, they start, yes, they get absorbed into the world of demons for Christians, but part of it is, it's because they really require the structures of empire, and yes, you may come across law codes by emperors or other people saying all pagans have to convert within 3 months. I think Justinian says that in the 6th century. I don't think there are any pagans left. They may have a copy of Plato on their bookshelf, or Plotinus, but I don't think that makes them pagan, even though that's often the accusation. So I really do think they fade away. And this is getting back to your question about inevitability. So what fills that space? And I think Christianity has come very much for all levels of society to fill the space that the old gods once held.